All right, well, as you've probably noticed this morning, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in the New Day studio. Our friends from Lucky Home styled us with the beautiful greens and pops of red, and we are just thrilled. And you know, everyone has their own style when it comes to decorating for the holidays, especially your Christmas trees. But the latest trend, it's right up my alley. Vintage decorations are all the rage right now, and we went to Lucky Home in Issaquah, where there is so much holiday decor to explore. Do not adjust your television sets. This tree is in fact spinning in all its vintage glory. And Denise, I have to say, this is one of my absolute favorite trends. I love a vintage tree, and oh my gosh, you've done it.
We have done it in a big way. We always pick one major theme, and this year it is vintage. It is everywhere, and I just love the diversity that you get in being able to do a vintage tree.
There's so many beautiful ornaments that are reminiscent of what our grandparents had, what our parents had. What are these called? The ones that have the little, I guess,
the little cutout in the center.
I'm not going to break an ornament this time.
This is a reflector ornament. This inside cutout, everything vintage screams shiny. So the reflector is part of that piece. Even here you see the reflector.
And that garland.
Isn't that a beautiful garland? The other big thing is the tinsel. Notice tinsel everywhere.
I was going to say, speaking of shiny, this entire tree is tinsel.
This is, and this is actually a mix between a silver and a gold. It comes out kind of a champagne color. Beautiful for full-blown shine.
This is amazing. I would absolutely have this, but I know that this might be a little bit too much for some folks. So you have kind of a way to kind of cheat it, right?
Exactly. If you've got a traditional green tree like the one you're seeing here, what we've done is we've taken tinsel stems, stick those in. Take big, beefy ball garlands, and that's a whole nother thing. It's just the big, shiny ball combinations. So many of the ornaments have tinsel on them themselves. For example, you've got that tinsel line star, you've got tinsel running around all the different balls and ornaments.
And you know what I like about this is that you mentioned this is something that you can actually combine with family ornaments that have been around a while, the shiny, bright ornaments that were an American classic for so long. I've got only a few left though, because so many have broken, but now at least I can actually fill in my tree with more.
Yes, and actually you can even use some of your just classic ornaments, you know, like classic shapes, classic balls. Everything mixes. It's all about that shine. And you know, even kids ornaments. And you can really personalize them and make it from grandmas to the kids to a whole vintage flavor.
Thank you for finding a way for me to keep my children's art without feeling guilty. I have to say, even down to the Christmas tree skirt, which looks like something that someone's grandmother could have made. That is so fun.
Yeah, this is my favorite. And once again, back to the old felt.
Yes.
That's a big part of some of those looks.
It's so fun, it's so beautiful, and I just can't get enough of just these gigantic ornaments, which again, I will not break. This you could put in a tree or you could hang this, right?
Absolutely. Hanging off some boughs on your porch would be beautiful. Big ornaments coming down.
Yes, this is mine. All right. Speaking of things not on the tree, I know we have some other decor that is also vintage, and I can't wait to check that out. Look at this. I was just talking about those vintage shiny bright ornaments, and look at this. You have a whole vintage style ornament collection that you can buy, so you can just bring it all into your tree.
Easy decorating. Aren't those beautiful?
They're gorgeous. And speaking of vintage glass, you've got these gorgeous glass Christmas trees as well.
Lots and lots of trees, and the glass is beautiful. And these have kind of that whole vintage feel. Just the high stand, the different shapes. Beautiful, all you can see in there. And then you've got Grandma's tree right here. Isn't that beautiful? It actually lights up.
And the glitter spins around on the inside. I like that because that's a new take on the older version.
Exactly.
Which I actually have my grandmother's vintage Christmas tree like this, and they've made stocking hangers out of it.
Who doesn't need it? So you bring it from your tree into your home decor through even the reindeer, the trees, and even your tablescape.
Okay, this is my favorite.
This is one of my favorites. Can you imagine 3 of those down your table?
And you've just used it as a centerpiece.
Table. Yeah, absolutely. And you can see the little tinsel mixed in between the balls. I love that.
I just feel like this is out of every single, 50s, 60s Christmas movie I've ever seen is something like this. I mean, it just brings that vibe in, and I just absolutely love it. I also love, if you don't want to commit to the full-on tinsel tree, I like that you've got this here.
Yes, and I love the touch of those little red shiny balls on the end. And you can put your own ornaments on or leave it just as is. Very classy.
It's just fun enough, and you have all different sizes of all these tinsel trees. that you can bring in, like I said, just a little bit if you want to. And I'm over the moon with this whole decor, this whole aesthetic. Is that what the kids say?
That's what they say.
The whole aesthetic of the vintage. So, I mean, what a great thing. And before we go, this is the #1 thing I feel like you sell out of every year.
These are garlands that you unwind and they can twist on the tree, roll down the tree, around the tree. Very fun.
Very fun. I actually came to get these last year and they were already gone, so you better come and get your garlands. All right, thank you so much,
Well, thank
Denise.
you for coming and visiting Vintage Land.
Oh, I'm sure Burl Lives would really approve. Thank you. Right? Burl Lives, remember? Frosty? Okay, anyway, hey, look, we have our new tree up. It is our beautiful new day tree. And as you can see, we took all that inspiration from Denise with that same retro vibe that she was talking about. I just love it. Look at those beautiful little ornaments and the little houses like you used to have underneath the tree. We've put them on the tree. But even if retro is not for you, we have so many incredible, they have so many incredible decorations and collections for every style of home at Lucky Home. They're in Gilman Village in Issaquah. And I just wanted to show you a couple more of the things, but I can't, so you're gonna have to keep watching. Thanks for spending time with us today. We'll see you later.